When I say 64, I don't mean 64 original things. I mean, you make this thing and you make it work for 7 platforms with some tweaks. Then it's an Instagram story versus a main post, then a Facebook Reels, and then put yourself in that position. Do you know that the single reason I continue to speak is for the content?
Oh yeah, you just made 100 videos right there.
Attention is the #1 asset.
Recently I've been experiencing a lot of like burnt outness and a lot of just setbacks. Being almost
discouraged.
And I recently kind of pulled myself out of it, but I feel myself falling back into.
Interesting. Is it financial?
Mostly financial.
Yeah, I mean, notice how I could get there fast? Couple things. One, I think one of the most dangerous things in the world is wrapping up your identity in anything. In anything. It's why I hate when we raise kids that we focus on grades and looks. They're like such bad things for someone to be. It's why when I said on stage, I got so lucky. My mom made the thing being kind. And I don't mean grades like for you to get out of a tough situation to go like, I mean like if you fully believe that if you get a B, you're no longer good. Yeah. Or like when you get older, you have to do tons of plastic surgery because the only way you function, your oxygen is people saying you're attractive. Or why do you think athletes go into depression? They, so what I'm scared about is you having your self-worth wrapped up in this specific restaurant instead of seeing the bigger picture. So there's a scenario, I don't know you, I'm just hearing it. There's a scenario where it's okay for that one to go out of business and then take a break and start another one. And you can't see it because it seems like people do silly shit and say, oh, all this 24 years for nothing. But it wasn't. Right. It built your whole life. You understand? Yeah. So that's one thing. The other thing is what I talked about there, but I didn't get that deep. You just might need a better infrastructure. Like your number 2. Who's your number 2?
Oh, one of my lead guys.
And how great is that your brother? Like, do you know what I mean? Is he phenomenal? And he's your brother? I'm asking, yes?
Yes.
So good, so then maybe does he own any piece of the business?
Yes.
Great, so I think, have you been communicating to him?
Not as much as I should.
Exactly, you need to be vulnerable with him.
Yeah.
And you need to figure out if there's anything you resent that he's doing, because that's relationships. Right. We all do that, that's okay. Like, it goes back to why things are going better for me. Like 4, because I hold myself to a high standard, but like, fuck, going from 1 to 4 has changed my life. The reason I'm talking about it from a vulnerable place. So it's hard for me to like really push you to it because it doesn't feel authentic to me because I'm still a 4, but that's the actual answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What else stood out? Losing.
Yeah, I love that one. I think so many of my friends in school talk to me about like, aren't you scared about like not succeeding?
Right, because we went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
And what I love about like lifting, it makes sense why you brought the fitness stuff up. Like you're trained to lose. Like
Correct.
You're maxing out with the full expectation that you probably won't get it. And every once in a while you will surprise yourself. Like you're training the muscle to do that.
I so agree.
I agree with like
it's I would say yes, and the process.
Yeah.
Like it's actually you'll find it because I see you're in good shape. I don't know who else goes at it. I actually struggled until I was about 38. I had a really interesting, you know how I did on stage perspective? I did that with health and wellness. I thought that the reason people were good at working out was because they competed with themselves. I'm gonna go I'm gonna do 5 more, and I don't do that with me at all. It doesn't mean that I don't hold myself to a standard, but I don't compete with myself like that, at least in working out. When I hired Mike, a full-time employee, it kicked into the thing I talked about as a vulnerability, which is being taught to be in charge of everything. The second I became accountable to Mike, I didn't want to let him down. The guy we worked out with?
Yeah.
It was more about me not letting him down, and that got me into enough practice. And then once I treated him like an employee, and I was like, I'm not gonna let you down. I did whatever he wanted me to do. I got there, I got over the hump, it became my more normalized day. Losing's huge. We demonize it. It's fucking huge. Especially for me, thank God, because when you become a public figure, people are just shitting, they're just looking for it. You know, they get, like, I get it, it's a misery loves company. You're not in a good place, you see somebody who's in a good place, you finally see that they're not in a good place, and you rejoice over it. I can understand it, especially someone who's pushing so much positivity. Like, I really actually get it, but I think I'm prepared for it. I really like losing.
Yeah.
I mean it, micro losing.
Right.
Micro losing. I like the humility of it. Like, when things don't work, I'm like, good. Like, that's when you're putting the game above your own self. That's when you know you love the game.
And you learn a lot.
Every time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you make the same mistake 50 times. You know, like, it's just the way we are. We all have, like, our strengths and weaknesses, but I think we're not vulnerable enough to ourselves. It's fun to evolve. It makes it, you know, this last 5-7 years of my life has really, like, excited me about, like, 60 and 70 and 80. Like, it's just fun to evolve, you know? But it's all this. I'm really happy, like, I really want to push more people into, like, understanding almost everything they do is make up for the real issue. That's why people buy shit.
Yeah.
Really, like, you know?
So are you trading for, are you not trading for Kirk Cousins, or
I don't think so.
stick with it?
Actually, I know so. VaynerSports reps Kirk Cousins, so I have a lot of inside information on where the Jets are with Kirk Cousins.
Because he's my starting quarterback.
He's the fucking best. On the flip side, I'm super pumped. He's a free agent. He's gonna get paid. What else before I bounce to the airport? Anything else from the talk?
Opportunity on LinkedIn. I'd love to elaborate on that a little bit, but between reaching business professionals and just sharing your thoughts on business and life.
It's even better than that. If you're selling that water, people are consuming on LinkedIn the way they consume on Facebook. It's just information. Now, if you're smart and you show that water in the context of a business environment, you're making it more contextual. That goes into the cohorts, right? But you don't need to, it doesn't need to be business. Like, I actually think doing non-business content on LinkedIn is the big opportunity. Like, again, you know, maybe because I'm in San Diego, if you're a fitness influencer and you're selling shakes, well, everyone's doing that on LinkedIn, on Instagram. But if you do that on LinkedIn, you're like standing out. It's like the lady with the lime shirt. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than I fully view, back to perspective, LinkedIn, the way I view Instagram. You post something, people see it.
So if you're starting a new brand, a new company, your number one piece of advice would be to maximize
underpriced organic. The number one thing is to build a viable product that people give a shit about. Like, I always say to people, like, we get a lot of, especially in the Sasha Group, our small business agency, we see a lot of stuff that is probably not gonna be around in 2 or 3 years, and if I sense that, back with clients, I can be very candorous. It's just my employees because it's family. But with clients, I'll tell them, like, hey, real talk, you can hire us, and I understand that you probably view me as the silver bullet, thus my agency. I'm like, all that Sasha Group or Vayner or whatever will do is to speed up people realizing it. I'll just make more people buy it, but if it's bad, it's like, that's why so many restaurants fail. It's just, the food's not good enough for people. It's not, you know, like, subjectively enough people just decided they like other options and that's it. So first you gotta make sure your shit's good, but if I think we all assume it is when we launch, it's only marketing at first. If you don't create demand, you don't have anything.
Would you say when launching your brand, it would come down to quantity and pushing, like, more and more videos and more content, or is there something you can do?
I think if you push more shit, it's not gonna happen, but what I always laugh about is quality is debatable. Quality. It's like beauty. Like, everyone looks around here and we can rank each other with numbers and we're gonna have different scores even though some people may have similar, like, you know what I mean? It's eye of the beholder. What's not subjective is quantity. You know, and so I always laugh about that, like, Gary, it's too much. You know, like, it's not how it works. Like, if you're good enough and you can put out more shit will happen. You know, it's like, again, it's back to, you know, like, if you do 100 push-ups every day instead of 13, like, something different will happen. So I do push quantity, but I push quantity when people double click like they did. When I say 64, I don't mean 64 original things. I mean, you make this thing and you make it work for 7 platforms with some tweaks. Then it's an Instagram story versus a main post, and a Facebook Reels versus, go live, and then put yourself in that position. Do you know that the single reason I continue to speak is for the content?
Oh yeah, you just made 100 videos right there.
That's right. Because without it, and we've really felt this pain, Gary Vee's brand in the last year or two has been a little clunky because I'm so operating VeeFriends and Vayner. Like my normal day, what's my normal day, Dustin, in New York? What is my day? Tell him. Yeah, like I walk in at 8:30 after already doing 30 minutes or 45 minutes of calls starting at 7:45, and I sit in my office.
After working out.
I do work out, which is before, and then I literally sit there with not 1 minute allocated for anything besides meetings, not even food. I'll go to the bathroom 0, 1, or 2 times, depending on how much coffee I actually consume, which is usually 4 different cups, but 1 full cup because it gets cold because I don't get to it. And it is literally 15-minute and 30-minute and 1-hour meetings back to back to back to back to back to back. And so I can't make content. It's not like the old Daily V world where I was doing a lot more Gary V brand stuff. So this is still it's hugely important for me if I want to produce content. Otherwise I can't get it.
Let's do some photos.
Okay. Anything else? I'll sneak 5 more minutes. Anything else?
Real quick, when you're working on something and there's always more you can be doing, how do you know when it's time to kind of pivot or change?
I fully go with my gut feel on it. You never know. The amount of people that quit their life's dream the day before it was gonna click breaks my heart. The amount of people that should have quit something 7 years ago and kept trying to make it happen and didn't, right? Seven years. They should have quit 7 years ago. It was never meant to happen. It wasn't gonna happen. They couldn't make it happen. And they sat on it for 7 more years. So none of us know. Really, we don't. I think we have to go with how happy we are. To me, I change when I have sustained discomfort. It just finally hits a crescendo moment and you're just like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? And that's different for all of us. We all have different tolerances, circumstances. But from a business standpoint, because I think this will be valuable, don't put yourself in a position where you're forced to decide too fast. This is where people don't know how to manage their cash flow. This is where people, like I said on stage, they're building their business to buy shit. That's gonna speed up the vulnerability of your business. You do that every year, and now all of a sudden COVID happens or there's a bad year, we don't even talk about saving money anymore. It's like it doesn't exist.
Right.
Remember, right? When we grew up, that was a thing. I'm not who the fuck even says saving money?
Right.
It's like the most foreign idea, right? Exactly, it's like you should never have money. That's crazy, especially now that money's expensive. Now you can make money on money. It's 5 points, 6 points, T-bills, you can make money on money now. Bless you, Dustin.
So Mr. and I have a gift for you. So we brought a protein bar that we're working on.
I'm happy for you guys. Good for you.
We finished it. It's
So this is what you're gonna be doing content on?
Yeah, so that's what we've been doing content on already.
All right, TikTok?
TikTok, Instagram.
What about YouTube Shorts?
We have not been doing YouTube
Please,
Shorts.
please. Bro, this is, I can taste this?
Yeah, please.
Bro,
Yeah.
let's do it proper. Instead of that, which will be cheesy and fake, because I got love for you,
Yeah.
why don't, when it's ready, you come. Ironically, on the flight out here, I decided I want to do more wine content again. And I will pair this with some wine.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'll tell people what wine goes with this bar.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is, so we're sampling. So it's gonna be horchata flavor.
Yeah.
I like it, which is probably maybe an Albarino from Spain.
Yeah.
Really, high acid would go with this flavor.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're working on that.
good, bro.
Thank you.
towards
Appreciate
good,
it.
it's good.
Yeah.
Hispanic community.
Yeah.
Since you saw that there's a lack of
Huge,
representation.
fucking huge.
Yeah. I kind of took your advice when we were working out about hey, you like fitness, kind of do Mr. Beast in reverse. I was like, you know what, Jose? We've been working out for forever. Might as well start something interesting. So, yeah.
No, I understand. Thank you. I'm aware that I can eat it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Thank you, Gary. You inspired me.
Are you making the content in Spanglish?
No, actually. We've been
Oh, I got a real insight for
So
you.
we wanted to actually, in the wrapper, we want to put Spanish, funny sayings.
You should.
Just so that
Let me
it
tell you
can
about
stand
marketing.
out.
One of my favorite hacks will work for you today. Every piece of content you make, do it in Spanglish. Half Spanish, half English. The demo that is you is the demo.
That's right.
And that is the inside joke.
Yeah.
Spanglish content crushes.
Yeah, because it's that slang that you're.
And now with AI, we're all gonna be able to, like, the fact that every video of me on the internet, within 5 years, I will have a version of it where I'm speaking every language in the world blows my mind. In my voice.
Yeah.
No, not some weird guy speaking Spanish lip dubbing me.
Yeah.